CBO Andromeda, full funnel 1 ad set, full funnel 3 ad sets. We spent 42K and the ROAS is 4.38. What's up guys? Welcome to another video. Today we have something a little bit different. So this is gonna be an advanced Facebook ads Q&A. So basically an hour ago on this beautiful Sunday, I posted a story on my Instagram with Facebook ads Q&A and I was saying I'll pick 5 questions and make a YouTube video. So let's get it done. Mango smoothie and 5 really good questions from you guys. So I'll just show you, make you a spoiler of the questions that I'm gonna answer in this video. And I've made sure that, I would get into a lot of detail with each question and not just do like an Instagram story of 15 seconds where I say, lower the budget and change the ad set. So, boss, what are you doing to adapt to the Andromeda algorithm? Question that everybody has now. The ROAS breaks the moment that I push budget. What do you suggest? Best ways to scale in Black Friday in your experience. Why my testing ad sets die after 2 days, typical one. And then a summary of the structure of the coaching. I'll just give you that at the end. I think this the organization, the order just makes sense because everybody cares about Andromeda right now. So let's just get into it. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. No intro needed. You can check other videos. So, Meta Andromeda. And unless you're sleeping under a rock, this is the most important thing right now when it comes to anyone running Facebook ads. And it's pretty much a new ad delivery algorithm. That's it. I made a video that I would highly recommend you go check out after this one, where I just give you an introduction of what this is, the theory, the articles, the official data, the information that I have from my Meta connections in the headquarters, and basically what I'm doing. That's it. Go check that video out. And yeah, as context, this is just what's changed, the retrieval model. So basically, to make it simple, the way that the machine selects which ad is going to be delivered to who. And in this pool that the machine has, which is this, how many ads can be in there competing? Meaning now you can have millions of ads competing for one impression. And before, imagine, it would be only 100,000 because you were competing for a specific segment of the market. But now the whole market is your segment, but you compete against all of the advertisers. So more personalization, but more competition. So what am I doing for the most advanced guys right here? So basically, as you see right there, back in 2024, I was already doing this CBO diversification with a bunch of ads inside, and I was trying everything. Australia, different products, bid cap, cost cap, nothing advantage. I was trying everything, and I figured out one way to have a really good campaign: creative diversification, CBO scaling, a bunch of ads inside, 30, 40 ads. And I still have this campaign active since October of 2024, so basically 1 year. And yeah, it's been good. 1,500 purchases, no crazy scale, but very good ROAS. Minimum in this account, we should be at 1.8, 2, and we're at 2.6, so phenomenal. And it's been active for a whole year, which is very difficult to have. Now, if this was one ad set with one ad, for sure this would not be active after 1 year. But because of the structure inside, it has enabled for a lot of consistency. So I was doing that already back in 2024. The initial adaptation to Andromeda, June, July. So you can see this right here. 22 statics mix, 20 ads mixed, top Europe, US, Europe. So a little bit of diversification right there. And yeah, this is from June and July of 2025. So basically when Andromeda was fully implemented. And I was just testing differences and mixing a lot of ads. What happens if I mix products? What happens if I mix formats? And just seeing the differences in ROAS, in frequency. So that's what I was doing. And recent adaptation to Andromeda in September. So you can see here what I was doing is I was trying CBOs with just one ad set and CBOs with basically 3 ad sets because I was going full funnel, and the same right here. So what I'm trying to do is create a CBO that operates as a whole ad account, as a full funnel, right? And I'm just experiencing the difference in ROAS. So 2, 2, 4, and 0. That's what I'm doing in real time in the accounts. Here you have another one. CBO Andromeda, full funnel 1 ad set, full funnel 3 ad sets. This is from end of September. And just exploring the differences in ROAS. So 1.88 is on the limit, and 2.3 is good for the account. And yeah, that's just what I'm doing right now in real time. To complement all of this information, I will leave you with this video in the description. You will have the link. So there's a video, you go to a landing page, there's no sales pitch, no worries. And then in there, it's basically how to work with Andromeda during Black Friday and the importance to figure it out as soon as possible with examples and with everything a little bit more developed. But that's basically what I'm doing, okay? And also the testing, long story short, I don't test so minimalist anymore. So I don't go for the little thing, like what happens if I change the music on the background, or what happens if I change the color a little bit. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. So I don't care so much about that. The ROAS breaks the moment that I push budget. What do you suggest? So if you push budget very aggressively, I would suggest just don't push so aggressively. Now, if you push less than 50%, so imagine you are at $25 a day, and then you push it to $40 a day. This is not so aggressive. And then, so the first 2 days, you have a ROAS of 4, and then the moment you push, you have a ROAS of 1.2. You know, it could be that you are facing novelty bias, which is something that I'm going to explain right into the next question. But basically, novelty bias, it means that you have an advantage when the ad is new. And the other reason also is niche ad creative, which I see a lot. So that means that the initial audience that will see the ad is very, very, very qualified. But then once Facebook, so imagine this is the initial audience and this is the expansion audience. Now, initial audience number 1, expansion audience is number 2. So all the time, it's all about relevance. Who cares about your ad? So imagine that at the beginning, all of this segment in the market cares about your ad. This is phenomenal. This is going to have a really high CTR, engagement ranking, everything. But then as soon as you increase the budget and you start reaching more and more and more and more people, all of a sudden, only this segment cares about your ad. And then when you keep on scaling, only this segment cares about your ad. And this means low ROAS, low CDR, etc. So the challenge when at scaling is maintaining relevance with ad creatives that are mass desire, or you have multiple avatars. So you try to have this level of relevance in lots of different markets. You know what I mean? So smaller pools, but horizontally scale it. I also have this YouTube video that I would highly recommend you check. Why your ROAS drops when you scale, and just check it out. And there I share everything. I give these 10 reasons as to why it drops. So one of them could be Andromeda. This is you're reaching not read by strangers. Ad fatigue, as you can see right here. I was increasing the impressions and my frequency 2.7, 3.3. That could decrease the ROAS, right? Conversion rate is not cold traffic friendly. Niche ad creatives, as I just mentioned. Wrong account structure. Talk about retargeting a little bit. You have exhausted the purchase audience of a specific country, which is not easy to do, but meta problems, as you can see here. The moment that there's some issue with the platform, I send it to the accelerator group that we have, and that you scale on the wrong days. As this is more about wave surfing and you not following patterns. This is basically if historically Tuesday is your worst day, and on Tuesday you make a budget increase of the whole ad account by 50%, the chances are against you, right? So, yeah. Best way to scale in Black Friday in your experience? This is a tricky question, okay? I think I explained it. Yeah. So basically Black Friday is a marathon, right? So all the results are visible in 4 days, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so in the weekend. The results are visible there, but because you've done the right thing the 2 weeks before Black Friday. So it's not about on Friday exactly what do I do, right? And long story short, the best way is wave surfing. That's what I've been doing for years and years and years on an hourly basis, intraday scaling, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You can go super aggressive and you minimize the risk of breaking and destroying the ROAS. Because, and this is true, if you go very soft, very chill, you're gonna miss out on a lot of money. Like Black Friday, people make fucking billions. So, and if you go too aggressive, but you do not know how to monitor and how to react and pivot and everything, you can lose a lot of money. So, but wave surfing is the way to go. Now, the biggest question is, what are you scaling? Because you can go pedal to the metal to the maximum, but if we are on a Fiat Panda, it doesn't matter how much we are medaling and the pedaling in the aggressive, you know what I mean? Because we're still having this. So the questions would be, are you scaling in ABO or CBO? You go automatic bidding or manual bidding? And if manual bidding, underbidding or overbidding? Are the ad creatives inside this ABO or CBO that you have proven? Are the ad creatives inside the ABO or CBO diversified? How many accumulated purchases do we have before Black Friday in this ABO or CBO? Is it evergreen or is it Black Friday? Because even though it sounds tricky, if you have an evergreen campaign, that can scale a lot during Black Friday. Because if you don't mention Black Friday, the CPM could be lower. Interesting. So that's it, and it's wave surfing. Like when I spoke at Affiliate World, that's the main thing that I talked about for 40 minutes. So just intraday scaling, wave surfing, and this is it. You look at the patterns on Shopify, you see what happens, and then you leverage those same patterns of sales into your Facebook hourly ad spend the day of Black Friday, right? So in the morning, you start chilling. That's the budget per hour that I have. On a day where we spend 42K and the ROAS is 4.38. So I start chilling, as you can see, and then I go all the way up to 4K, 4K, 3.8, 4K per hour in budget on this fork right here. And then I chill and I go to sleep. This looks very easy here on paper, but then executing it without losing profits or without destroying everything is a little bit delicate, but it can result in massive growth. Like this is one day, 460K. And in 2023, the day of Black Friday, this brand made 146K euro. So look at the growth. It's crazy, right? Of course, not everything comes from Facebook. Like they did amazing in every other area. Of course, excellent. But contributed. Same thing here, look at that. And then at the beginning of the day, you spend 40, 100 per hour. And then top hour of the day, 900, 700, 600, 500 per hour. And you want to maximize those peak hours carefully, but you want to do that. And yeah, 65K in one day, which for this brand is phenomenal. And 100% growth from Black Friday last year, which is usually the goal. But for wave surfing, the questions you have to ask yourselves are, how much do I increase the budget? 20, 50, 70, 400%? Do you care about the learning phase? Do you scale ABO or CBO campaigns? Do you scale and wait 2-3 hours, or you scale every single hour? What metrics do you look at to know if you should keep on scaling or stop it? ROAS, MER, contribution margin. How do you monitor during the day? Because actually, there are brands like the big one that you saw. Maybe we have 3 calls in one day to monitor absolutely everything, because there's data that I need that I don't have access, or I don't calculate it myself, and they have to give it to me. So, is it better to scale intraday with cost cap, bid cap, or automatic bidding? Because here's another problem that not many people tell you. The day of Black Friday, you will see probably very high ROAS, and you will want to spend more, but the machine will not take your money. It will not take your money. You will put 10K on that CBO, and that CBO in the whole entire day is gonna spend 1.5K. So how do you unlock more delivery? That's an important question that you have to figure out. You only scale vertically or you also duplicate? After scaling intraday, will I break all the campaigns and Saturday is going to be a bad day? Or do I keep some campaigns in reserve that I don't touch and I protect them? So this is a whole science, guys. But this is what I would recommend for Black Friday scaling. Why am I testing ad sets die after 2 days? So this happens to everybody, to be honest. This happens to everybody. And I will tell you, when you publish something new, this new Andromeda algorithm, it's going to see it as something fresh, something new, and the machine's going to love it. This I call novelty bias. Like, this is a concept that's used in many, many industries, but for Facebook, I like to call it novelty bias. So fresh means unexplored, so Facebook is going to want to test it very, very fast, because if it's something that people love, they want to squeeze it and show it to everybody. But if it's something really bad that nobody likes it, they want to know it in one day. So Meta will test it aggressively to gather data fast. So that means they will give you placement priority for 1 or 2 days. So you have this little advantage for 1 or 2 days. But here's the thing. After 24, 48 hours, the algorithm will have enough data on the ad, the engagement ranking, if people like it or not, do they click it or not, do they load the website or they come back, how much time do they spend on the website, etc. A lot of data. And it will re-rank it against every other active ad in the retrieval pool. Now, the ads don't die. They lose their temporary advantage. This is a key concept. So, and you can see in this example, if you select an ad set or a campaign and you click on this right here, you will see what I'm saying right now, okay? So I'm gonna show you examples of this happening to me. So what do we have here? Yeah, as you can see right here, this is cost per purchase, CPA, okay? This is 100. This will be the no-go zone. So as you can see here, I have some really good times and the ad looks to me like a winner. So good day, here no sales, good day, good day, good day, man, let's go. Bad day, normal, bad day, oh, seems to be good, and then here it dies. And then there will be nothing else probably. So at the beginning I had this little advantage, and then these days I'm losing money, and all of a sudden this, if I keep on scaling, it will continue to go like that. Look at this. Cost per purchase, CPA, okay? So as you can see at the beginning, great day, great day, great day, no sales, great day, great day, great day, bad day. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. Bad day, bad day, bad day. No sales, bad day. So look at this. Here, I'm very happy. Here, I'm suffering. So I would say, hey, look, for the first 5-6 days, this is phenomenal. And then I increase the budget a little bit and everything is broken. And let's do this last one. So at the beginning of September, this is fluctuating from 5 to 1 purchases. But then here, it completely breaks. No purchases, no purchases, no purchases, no purchases, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. All of this means that I'm spending money and I'm not selling anything. So all this part right here, pretty great, inconsistent, but pretty good. And you can see that my first 2 days are very good. 3 purchases, 5 purchases, let's go. I'm gonna increase the budget. Imagine that I increase the budget and then it goes down to only 1 purchase. And then it goes up to 4, but then it goes down to 1. Probably in these 2 days, I will have already increased the budget from this previous success. And then here, I will suffer. Okay? So that happens to everybody. And you just need to know when to push through and when to turn it off. But if it completely dies, it means that in the re-ranking, it was not competitive. And the initial data, back in the day, they would take a sample audience of 8,000 impressions. And after this, the machine puts you like in a list of, is this ad good or not? Do I want to push it or not? Now, I don't know this number, it's probably lower. I have no idea, but 1 or 2 days. And last question, summarize your coaching without a sales pitch. No worries. This is basically the summary. Like, people who join, we spend at least 1 year together. So for 1 year, they have me, they can count on me for the scaling and the problems that they have. And that's the summary. There's a backend with videos of tutorials, how to do a manual bidding, overbidding test, etc. Tutorials for everything, creatives, media buying, scaling, account structure, everything. There's group coaching with e-com founders and advanced media buyers, high-level community spending over $1 million per month, private one-on-one coaching with me, and then every single quarter we have a live training, a live workshop, as we're gonna have right now in the next weeks about Black Friday. So it's gonna be live training, and actually in this case I will bring external coaches that I pay to teach people inside the accelerator other things that I don't cover, like email marketing, AI ad creatives, CRO, AOB, stuff like that. And the question of people curious about the program is, the program mainly changes the way, like big events. So if Black Friday is coming, when you're alone and it's you and your team or you and your clients, the question is, how do you attack and succeed in Black Friday if you're completely alone versus if you join this thing here? First of all, you have me by your side. That's the first thing. And we have direct communication. And second, you have a group of, I think right now, close to 50 people, 53 people, where these are super smart motherfuckers. And you have there people that are super mega experts on Shopify, people that are experts at selling in the US, media buyers that are hackers, super freak guys of the ads manager. And you've got a bunch of smart guys and me by your side giving you this live workshop, the group coaching, the one-on-one coaching, the chat in the community. In important events, I speak to some people directly on the chat, on a private chat, when they are scaling and they need my help at 2 a.m. So on a big important like Black Friday, you want to be part of these things. When Meta Andromeda comes, and this is what we're talking about all the time in the group calls, in the chats, in private chats, this is what we're talking about all the time. So when things like this shake performance so much, who do you have? Who can you count on? And if the only thing that you have is Twitter and YouTube, it's very limited, to be honest. Seeing what I do with the guys, like when we have a group coaching and it's an intense session and we're for 2.5 hours masterminding, figuring things out for everybody, solving everybody's questions, looking at articles, testing things, and we say, okay, 5 of us will make this test. And then in 1 week, we will give us each of our perspective and our results in the ads manager, and then everybody benefits from that. I don't know. It's from saying this level of effort and time that I put into this. When big events come, you have to be there. And also, how fast and confidently do you solve the random ad account problems that happen? ROAS inconsistencies, problems where nothing is working. If nothing's working, you come to me, hey, Manel, I need a one-on-one session, nothing's working, I need to revive this thing. Or, hey Manel, we have an important day tomorrow, we're gonna spend more than ever, but we are unsure about what ad account structure to follow, and if we have to duplicate the CBOs more aggressively or just scale vertically, could you check it? Let's go. So in moments of high risk, high reward, that's when you wanna be in here, right? So that's the program. There's another link in the description. You can check a summary of the Black Friday Mastermind, and in there you can see a bunch of case studies. So during October, the doors are open to people, for people to join the Black Friday Mastermind, Black Friday coaching with me, with all the guys. And yeah, that's the program. Very cool program. Anyways, if you enjoyed this format, I'm gonna do probably more Q&As on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Post some cool stuff over there, different to YouTube. And if you enjoyed the format, I will make it more times, pick 5 questions, and the ones that I see interesting and that makes sense to put in here, I will put on a video. So if you enjoyed, subscribe to the video, leave a like, and if you have any specific question, just put it in the comment. As you know, I reply to every single comment At least I try to. And I will see you on the next one. Thanks a lot for watching, and wish you all of the successes this Black Friday and Christmas. See you very, very soon. Bye-bye.